Hello, welcome back to Heretic Owl Tarot. My name is Liz. I will be guiding you on this journey today. This is a reading for Aquarius, wherever Aquarius shows up for you. If you haven't already, I would love it if you subscribe to the channel. I know I'm saying that at the beginning. If you're not already subscribed or this is like your first time, you're probably like, let me see. Let me see first. I get that. Just don't forget, okay? Because I will forget to mention it again. So, this is a 3-card spread. The first card is your current energy. The second card is the energy that's leaving or that's no longer serving you. The third card is the energy that's coming in or will be available to you. And then we'll clarify each one of those cards with an additional card. So let me just shuffle a few times here. I don't take the jumpers for this spread. Okay. Okay, for Aquarius. Current energy is the 6 of Swords. What's leaving is the 4 of Wands. What's coming in is the Queen of Cups. To clarify the 6 of Swords, we have the Page of Wands. To clarify the 4 of Wands, we have the 10 of Wands. And to clarify, I love that, the Queen of Cups, we have the 10 of Cups and the 2 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Dang. I don't really read the bottom of the deck, but I mean, we might come back to it. Let me just make sure everything is in frame here. Okay. This might be kind of fast. This might be a quicker reading because it does seem really pretty straightforward. Also, I want to point out this might be one of the first times, no, I don't know, second or third time in all of the readings that I've done for Aquarius where the star card hasn't come out. I feel like Aquarius is one of those where literally more often than not, the star card comes out. Like you show up in your own reading. Anyway, it's also interesting how we have these blue, purple, kind of cards over here. And then this concentration of red and yellow, some orange. This is the higher chakras, like the throat, third eye, crown over here. And then these ones are the bottom 3. I mean, where's the only one not really represented is the heart. Although, I mean, pink is sometimes heart chakra too, rose quartz, but I feel like that's actually reaching. So anyway, I don't know. It's really kind of interesting how, again, we have the top 3 and then the bottom 3 chakras really being emphasized here, predominantly, right? It's just interesting. So with the 6 of Swords and the Page of Wands, it's almost like this feeling of wanting a sense of adventure. It's like inviting joy or fun into your life. The 6 of Swords, there's already 4 swords on the ground. They've let go of these other 2 swords. So there's this feeling of, again, either letting go or what is the actual word I'm looking for? I keep wanting to say retreat, but that's not it. I mean, laying down your arms is one of the things I literally am trying to Google the word that I'm looking for. I feel like it starts with an R. Oh my gosh. Hopefully it'll come to me. But it's like making a conscious decision to stop fighting. And it doesn't even have to necessarily be like quote unquote fighting, right? But it's just whatever has been either going through your mind, whatever has been your mindset, whatever, up to this point currently, you're like, you know what? It literally is like a change in mindset to where you're now looking forward. It may not be, fighting your past. I mean, there could be, of course, just some like healing in there, but it's wanting to have literally a different experience. And that could even just be with your mind. Like, and I keep, bringing up mind because swords, right? Swords has everything to do, with our thoughts, our beliefs, truth, honesty, right? Like, how are we communicating those things? It's also our ego. All of the stories, all of the beliefs, all of the, experiences that we've attached a story to, a storyline to, right? Like how all of those things have become our personality, our temperament, why we do things and why we don't do them, right? So, and then with the Page of Wands, again, right? It's like, it's welcoming adventure. This feels more like leisure time. Because, I mean, they're like literally sitting under this tree. Their dragon is napping. They're playing their flute. Right? It's like doing the things that you enjoy doing. Wands have to do with the actions that we take, the motivation behind them, creativity, passion. How are we communicating those things? I also see wands as being information by way of experience, because that's what we get by trying things, right? We figure out what works. What do we like? What don't we like? The Page of Wands, they are going to try different things. If they think they have an interest in something, they're going to try it. Whatever it is. Right? I mean, if it's a hobby, if it's an activity, whatever. So there is this sense here of like, you know what? This year, this month, whatever. Actually, I do want to have that feeling of adventure in whatever aspect that is for you. And it's interesting that, the energy of what's leaving the Four of Wands and the Ten of Wands, the Four of Wands has to do with stability, having a firm foundation, harmony. Also, that's union. That's usually why, on this card, there's usually a couple depicted, union, right? I mean, it definitely could be marriage, but it's like, two things coming together, two families, two people, two businesses, two whatever coming together. And how, again, that creates this sense of stability, of like having a foundation under you, of feeling secure, right? And it also is like, by the time we get to the Four of Wands, it's like the actions that you have taken thus far up to the Four of Wands have been successful, and they have given you this sense of security, the, finding harmony, or, finding union between you and, whether it's a different person, whether it's just, like your day-to-day life, whether, it's your job, whatever it is, right? I mean, your commute for some reason is like coming to mind. And then it's paired with the Ten of Wands, and the Ten of Wands is usually burden, burnout. Tens are also a completion, though. So I always see the Ten of Wands as being like taking all of the experience that you gained, right? Like everything that you have tried, every lesson that you have learned, every experience that you had, right? It's taking that and moving forward in some aspect. It's like skills even too keeps coming to mind, and like recognizing that those skills could be used in a different aspect, or they're marketable skills, But it's interesting. So again, like this is in the position of what is leaving. So this is allowing, like not getting so I mean, it's literally, okay, why am I having such a hard time saying this? I don't know. I don't know why all of a sudden I'm just having a hard time saying it's coming out of your comfort zone. It's also, it could even be realizing or recognizing that, this sense of security, or trying to either replicate that sense of security, or continuing to have it, to get it, to whatever the word is, right, has become a burden. And it also even could be like, if it's like, how work, they say like, it's not work if you're doing something that you love, but then you love it, but then it becomes your sense of security, right? Like, I mean, it becomes your income, it becomes your livelihood. So then not only do you love it, right, but then it becomes like a source of anxiety, or again, like even just a burden, because now you have to rely on it in some aspect. So with this being in the position of what is leaving, I do get this sense of getting out of your comfort zone, even, like trusting the stability and the security that you have obtained up to this point. And with the 10 of Wands, again, 10s being a completion, it could be recognizing what needs to come off of your plate. It could be delegating certain responsibilities to, like just outsourcing certain responsibilities to other people, or just getting rid of those things completely if they are causing a strain on you. And then what's coming in is the Queen of Cups and the 10 of Cups, which I love, because over here, right, I mean, this could even just be that, like, your partnership, your family, your friendship, again, your job, whatever it is, right, has somehow become a burden on you. And, whatever is changing over here for you, because there is a level of change, not to mention that both clarifying cards are 10s. I just realized that whatever is shifting over here is going to emotionally benefit you greatly. I see queens as being, when we embody the energy of the suit within ourselves, we recognize the energy, we give it to ourselves, we learn to master it and work with it, right, before we can necessarily give it to other people or share with other people, which is the king. And so, the Queen of Cups would be self-love, self-acceptance. I mean, it really is making sure that your cup is full before you even consider filling other people's cups. And I mean like full, not just like, half full or whatever, right? Because we cannot pour from an empty cup. Right? And I mean, like the more empty it gets, the less we have for ourselves. It's like, like being on a plane, right? And it's like putting your face mask on before you put on your child's, your parent, your whoever you're with, right? If they can't do it themselves, or if they're like in pure panic and can't do it themselves. Right? So it's like, it's making sure that you take care of yourself. Also, even getting clear on what that is for you, because it's not necessarily just like, massages and pedicures. It definitely can be, if that is, what fills your cup. But it could just be like setting aside time every day to read, and not like, read for work, but, just picking up a book that you enjoy. I almost said listening to, because I only listen to books. I don't read them. So either way, right? It's listening to an audio version, or like listening, or, reading with your actual eyes, a book, and just kind of, like giving your mind a break for 5 or 10 minutes a day. I mean, it could be establishing a meditation practice. It could be, even just establishing quiet time, like not even that you necessarily have to be meditating while you're doing it, but just literally sitting with yourself for 5 or 10 minutes a day. It could be, free writing, just whatever, like not like a stream of consciousness, if you want to call it that, but just whatever is like just circulating in your brain, writing it on a piece of paper, and getting it out of your head. If there's like, an imaginary argument that you're having in your head, or an interaction that you had with somebody that was good, bad, otherwise, whatever, just getting it out of your head, but also giving yourself the space, the time, every day to do something like that. I mean, if you're due for a massage, get it. If you're due for a pedicure, like do it. But that's all Queen of Cups stuff, right? And the Ten of Cups is like the minor arcana card to the Sun card almost. Like, it is having your needs met. It's feeling purposeful, but also those around you. So by like taking care of yourself, making sure that, your cup is full, you're only going to benefit those around you, because they are going to receive a fuller version of you, who's not stressed out, who's not burdened by stuff, who's not, burnt out. But you are taken care of. You are taking care of yourself. And that's very empowering too. Even like setting those boundaries, like, this, I need whatever, 5, 10, 15 minutes a day. And that's going to be me time. I don't want to be distracted by, my spouse, by my kids, by a phone, by whatever. So I love this for you. I absolutely love this. And when I say there are 2 of Cups at the bottom of the deck, it could even just be, because there's partners on some of these cards, right? So that's interesting. Figuring out what works, right? I love this. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for allowing me to read your cards. I will talk to you soon. Bye.